boys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is number 4?
5.
Number 5. Welcome to number 5. We have some good stuff today.
We do have some good stuff today. It should be a fun time. Frida is back, and she is now as big as she's gonna be. And she got a haircut recently. You have anything to say, Frida? Mm-hmm. Hey, we can't talk about that here.
Production meeting. We
Yeah.
talked about that. Come on.
But actually, so last time I talked about me moving to Georgia, and earlier today, Ty was asking me about if I got pictures of my apartment. But so I drove 24-hour distance, which I
Okay.
ended up doing in almost a day and a half.
Okay.
And when I get there on the morning, but yeah, so I drove to Georgia. I got there in the morning. I was in communication with the people. I told them, hey, I'm not planning on living there this month. I just want to take my stuff and leave it there and then come back to enjoy Christmas with my family. And the guy that I spoke to I spoke to him 3 times.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, no problem. We'll be waiting for you when you come. And when I was on the road, I was like, hey, I'll be there Wednesday morning.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday morning. And they were like, yeah, cool, no problem. I show up Wednesday morning.
Uh-huh.
I go into the office. I'm like, hey, my name's Roberto. I'm here to get my stuff moved in. And then the guy starts clickety-clacketing on the computer. I don't even know if it's the guy I was talking to or not. But then some lady in an office behind the 2 secretaries,
Mm-hmm.
he goes, Roberto doesn't move in until the 28th. And I just go,
Mm-hmm.
Or I was just like, what's going on? And then the guy goes, yeah, it looks on here that you picked the 28th as your move-in date. I was like, no, I didn't. Plus, I was in communication with someone here
Yeah.
telling me to get here. And that
Did you
it was
tell him
fine.
that?
Yeah.
And?
And he was like, yeah, I'm not sure who that was. I'm pretty sure it was him.
You didn't get his name?
I didn't remember the name, no. And they're like, yeah, so
Did you show him the text?
no, it was phone calls.
I thought you said you texted him and said I'll be there Wednesday morning,
No, I spoke with him.
which usually is more reliable,
Yeah.
but no proof.
And so they're just, I don't know. They're lucky and I'm lucky that I'm a very resourceful person.
Sure.
Because as soon as they said that, and I was just like, I guess I have to look for a storage then.
Uh-huh.
Because, and they came very quickly. It's like, I just need a storage unit.
Yeah.
And so I went outside to where the truck was parked full of my stuff. The full back of the truck and the back seat just packed with all my stuff.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. It was like, yeah, they were like, oh yeah, I'll see you then. Like, I just drove from Nebraska.
Did you tell them that?
Yeah, I did say it, and they're like, yeah, sorry, there's not much we can do about it. The apartment you're gonna be in, there's still people in there.
Oh.
So
So yeah, I mean, there's nothing they could
there's
have
nothing
done.
they could have done about it.
But it would have been nice for you to know.
Yeah. I was like,
Then you wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have gone.
No.
And yeah, no. So then I just went on Google real quick. I looked up a storage unit place,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily enough, there was one not even a block away. Like, it was literally like, well, because where there's a couple apartment buildings,
Sure.
and I mean, I hadn't thought about this before, but it makes sense. So it's pretty popular for there to be storage unit buildings close to apartment buildings
Mm-hmm.
because
Not much room in
not much
apartments.
room in apartments. So people, and so literally like about like a block diagonally from the place.
So like, what time is this?
What time of the day?
Mm-hmm.
I got there at like 10.
In the morning.
Mm-hmm. 10.
So you got the storage unit that day then?
Hmm?
You got the storage unit that day then? Like
Yeah.
you just called the people?
Yeah, I looked it up on Google, saw that it was really close, and I was gonna reserve it online, but then I was like, nah, I need to see this space in person.
Yeah.
So I just went over. I went in, guy. There was a really nice, older gentleman that walked me through, and I told him what my situation was. Oh yeah, no problem. And we're just on a month-to-month basis here.
Nice.
So if you only need it for the 1 month, it's all good. And just showed me the space. I paid for it real quick,
That's cool.
and I moved all my stuff then. And then I had the rest of the day. I got a hotel room, and I just had the rest of the day to find stuff to do.
And did you?
Yeah, well, that was a night that I met up with our ex-teacher Francesca.
X.
Our
Oh, when you went to the comedy?
Yeah. And then I went to that comedy show and ended up hanging out with the comedians afterwards. So that was really fun. So I have 3 new comedians that I now know. And
Do they perform a lot?
well, and
Do they all live in Savannah?
no, they all live in the Bible Belt area.
Okay.
And them 3 did a tour together.
Oh, so they're like touring around right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And one was actually, no, the one was from Seattle, actually.
Whoa.
So, and the cool thing that I liked about meeting these comedians was that they're small. They're small comedians.
Yeah, they're looking to
expand and do more. So they're reasonable connections to easily reach out to.
Yeah, it's not someone like
Josh Adam Myers, who I met in Cancun. I can't just reach out to him.
No. Or Steve-O.
Yeah.
Or Tom Segura.
I didn't meet Tom, unfortunately.
I thought you met him once.
I saw him.
Oh, no, I would have known that.
Yeah, I saw him. I did not meet him. But yeah, so that happened with that.
That's cool.
So my stuff is just over there in the storage unit.
Not bad. Like, it's pretty...
No, it's super nice. This is super nice.
It's pretty well priced or no?
I
mean, it's in the city, I bet.
It's in the city, but it wasn't. I mean, it was more space than I needed, but it was $100, which isn't horrible.
No, $1,200 a year.
I mean, I pay for one here $65.
Yeah.
So.
And this place is significantly smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, $35 more is not bad at all.
It's Patrick.
Yeah.
You are still registered for spring semester at WNCC. Do you plan to drop those? Oh, yeah, I guess I should say that. I got accepted in SCAD. The Savannah College of Art and Design. So, thank you.
We should play a celebratory thing. Ready? I'm going to shoot a cannon, like one of those birthday cannons. So, you're going to have to... you can figure that out.
Okay.
Wow. Yay!
That's an interesting confetti color choice.
Oh, nuts.
But yeah, so that is very exciting. Oh man, a lot of changes.
Yeah, change is good though. That's okay.
Changes. Well, and then change is where good things happen. Like that's just it's how. The best experiences I've had in my life are the ones where I've gotten out of my comfort zone. Yeah. Like, just very simply, the moments where I've been like, okay, and got out of my comfort zone, it's just the best experiences.
Yeah.
And, but I'm not sure if this comfort zone is necessarily going to be a good experience, but.
It's time.
But, so, Mythical Chef Josh personally sent no, he did a collab with this company that makes interesting flavored things, and they're called illegal chips because they're from Mexico. No, I can say it. And he made 3 interesting flavors, which are Kazu Marzu, which is cheese that is illegal in most of the world, except in a small part of Italy. That it's a maggot cheese. It's a cheese that gets its flavor by allowing maggots to ferment and
That's the one I'm least excited for.
and to flavor it up with their droppings.
Their droppings. Can you imagine eating maggot droppings?
And fugu, poison blowfish, which is a very dangerous fish to eat. And
Do you think they took the poison out?
I'm pretty sure. It's a very dangerous fish to eat, and actually, in Japan, there's not very many cases anymore because if you I think in Japan there's this law saying they have to be specifically certified to cut this fish.
Yeah, because if you do it the wrong way, boom.
Yeah, and you just kill someone. And then the last one is actually one that I want to taste in person.
Really?
Yeah. So remember Dasha, our Russian friend? So she's Russian, but she lives in Kazakhstan, and apparently horse steak is a pretty common thing. Like if you're going out to a real good dinner over there, it's not any prime rib. You skip the
horse
cow
steak.
And you go to horse.
You skip the cow.
And so yeah, this one is horse meat, and I do personally want to try horse meat someday. So, dang, these are 450 calories per bag.
450. Yeah, 450. All of them. It's interesting that they got all the same. Oh man, bro. Do we do the maggot cheese first? Get it out of the way, or which one do you want to do?
I feel like
Oh shit, sorry.
the fish ones will probably taste the least bad because at least it'll be a familiar.
I think the horse meat's gonna be the least bad one.
Why?
Because it's like, it says.
We didn't have any. Look at the ingredients.
Oh, it does says made from 0% real horse.
Yeah, and this is made from 0% real fugu poison blowfish.
But it said something about like horse steak flavored. Yeah, I can get a horse steak.
Yeah, because that's what the flavor is.
I know, but I feel like
it's gonna be taste like steak, not just raw meat.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Like it's gonna be like a.
All right, so we'll do cheese. Go ahead and open that. They don't smell particularly bad.
No.
Yeah. You thought there was real cheese on these ones too?
Well, no, I wanted to make sure. I'm scared. Okay. Well. Big ass. Yeah, that's the one I was. Hang on. Yeah.
We apologize to any audio listeners for the weird pauses in chewing. We have added some light jazz to fill the space.
They don't taste bad. But the idea of it.
Yeah, the idea is. I don't think it's a particularly good flavoring. It just tastes like a bad cheese flavoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's bad aftertaste though.
So these ones do or do not have poison. They put one poison chip in the bag.
For those of you at home, his chip broke and fell back into the bag.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
That's weird.
It doesn't taste like fish to me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what it tastes like, but I kind of like it.
I don't think I do.
It was a good call not to do these as some type of punishment.
Yeah, because they're not bad.
They're not bad. Right. Go ahead and go for that horse meat.
Give me some of that horse meat.
Yeah, you do. This is going to be the worst ones.
They don't smell bad. The first initial smell.
Smell like bread.
Yeah, they do.
Well, these are significantly darker.
Yeah. The other ones weren't seasoned like.
Bad call on Ty.
Yeah, that one's bad.
You get like a hint of sweetness. Yeah.
Those ones were not good.
No, not at all.
Okay, so after that, experience, do you still want to try horse steak?
I'm sure a horse steak still tastes better than whatever that is.
They said that is an exact replica.
Oh, you think so? Because if you think about it, a horse is a clean animal. They only they're very picky.
Yeah.
So it just.
I mean,
it'd be less gamey than like a deer. I mean, you eat deer meat.
Yeah.
And deer meat's gamey.
Well, I don't mind the gamey taste.
Exactly. So why would a horse taste bad?
I don't think it would taste bad.
It's just you're eating horse.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't not try it.
There's a lot of things that I just want to try.
Yeah.
I want to get to an Asian country before they completely get rid of eating dog.
I couldn't.
I could do it.
You could eat dog?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell Sarah McLachlan that, bro. I couldn't. I love dogs so much.
And go to Peru and eat some guinea pigs.
I would try. Because it's like in the movies where they're out in the wilderness. There's no guinea pigs. But like putting like a stick and just like roasting it over the fire, and that's just what it reminds me of. So I feel like I could try one.
But yeah, I eat dog, and I don't know. I really don't mind. I'd like to eat food from the cultures of everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I would try something from everywhere. Obviously,
you know what's the
not dog.
The one thing that I would struggle eating is like grubs, and like I'll eat insects. Any insects I'll have no problem with. Even mealworms. Like mealworms, dried mealworms is fine. And but anything that like any larva-y, worm-y that still had the
you didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The still wormy texture to it. Yeah, no. Now, a word from our sponsors. Or a sponsor, I should say. Today, we are going to hear a bit from one of our longtime sponsors. No One's Touched the Moon, Inc. NOTTM was formed shortly after the moon landing happened. We interviewed their leader, and this is what she had to say. I've been alive for 68 years, and I can tell you this much. Ain't nobody ever been lied to like we've been being lied to for the last 60 years. The moon landing? Was faked by the government to distract from the fact that they was intentionally spreading smallpox to the people they was getting their prostate checked. Bottom line is, ain't nobody been to the moon. NOTTM will be expecting donations 24/7 through the hotline shown below.
Receiving donations. Expecting is a bit much. NOTTM. Yeah. Take it easy.
You want to give us our topic for today?
Yeah. So, today we're going to delve into some conspiracy theories.
Okay. So you told me that earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know where your brain was going.
Okay.
So, what's the first conspiracy theory that you want to talk about?
Oh, man. I feel like I picked the topic. You can pick your...
Yeah, but I just want to know where your brain was going. Because it's so...
Literally any.
Because I was kind of thinking that you were going to go with cryptid type stuff, like Bigfoot and...
We can do like...
No, I know.
Like aliens, like pyramids, like
9/11.
9/11, the moon landing, literally anything, bro.
Okay. In that case, you heard about how they didn't release certain JFK files, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. What
I just have horse meat in my mouth.
Do you think, before we even delve into anything, do you think it was just one person?
JFK? I don't know necessarily about the shooting itself, but I 100% don't believe the story that we've been taught. Like there has to be conspiracy behind that.
Oh, there is.
I just don't know any specifics.
Well, so there's conspiracy theories that the guy in the lawn, the guy in the black suit, have you seen that?
Oh, yes.
That one of the shots came from that direction. There's one that there was another shooter a level up from where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say that stuff was just planted there, but
What
I don't
stuff?
believe that one. Like his gun and all that stuff up in that. But I don't think that.
What's the name of that killer? Because the one I'm
Lee
thinking
Harvey Oswald,
Oswald. I was thinking
John Wilkes Booth.
one. Yeah.
But that one has no backing because he has been up and back, packing all that shit.
What has?
He hit him like going back and forth to that room, like that's like documented, like that.
Oh, I see.
Like he was in there.
But I don't know. It's for me. Like I don't know anything of the specifics, like the actual occurrence. But I've seen like who was the guy that was the president after?
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay, yes. I just didn't want to be incorrect. So like there's like pictures of him like smiling
on the plane
and
after he gets sworn in.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big thing that like it was him and it was an inside job, and I don't put it past the government. FBI, please don't come for me.
And CIA stuff. And yeah, no,
Mhm.
I 100% believe that has to be something to do with it. One other thing too is that you got like not only with like the conspiracy of Lyndon B. Johnson wanting to be in power or anything like that. I also got to remember at that time Catholics were seen similarly to how we see Muslims now.
It was just like
not how we see Muslims, how the U.S. sees
like there's like
Muslimism.
a stigma.
Well, it's
them.
just like they're evil or
like
just
untrustworthy or whatever.
And JFK was Catholic.
Is JFK the only Catholic president?
Well, Biden.
Biden is Catholic?
Mm-hmm.
Like Roman Catholic?
Well, it's just his
I did not know
Catholic.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. No, I didn't know that.
I lit not too long ago.
The more you know.
Yeah, but so and that's so there's just so much. There's just like my parents used to say this just like for as a joke. Was like, that you should try to be the president. I was like, no, I would never want to be president. I could not imagine. Just the information that you have. The information that you have after that is just got to be just horrendous.
Well, and the thing is, bro, is you have that information. So after, they're going to be keeping tabs on you.
Well, not
bro.
only that, but like you know how like every president has CIA protection for the rest of their life?
Yeah.
Those people are not there to protect them.
No.
They're there to protect
themselves.
what they know.
Yes.
Yeah. How many alive presidents is there?
Alive?
Carter, Bush, Clinton, Obama,
Trump.
And Trump. Oh yeah, so 5. Is that it?
I think Taft is still alive. Is that really Carter's the oldest one?
Yeah, he's the oldest one that's still alive.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Definitely that.
And then because Reagan's dead.
Yep.
And Bush.
The older Bush.
Yeah, Bush Senior's dead. Yeah.
No, I have no idea.
Older Bush.
Older Bush.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's funny.
No, like just the type of stuff that I couldn't imagine the type of information that
well, and
certain people just know.
Bro, like they literally know so much shit that we have no idea.
Mm-mm.
The entire U.S.
Well, the thing is too, like it's not like president of Venezuela.
No.
It's president of the United
The United
States,
States,
which is
like the Western.
well, no, it's everywhere. It's like I saw this one thing where it's like whenever there's a new election, and I saw this one tweet. It was some real Republican dude.
Mm-hmm.
He was just complaining about why does the rest of the world care so much about our
It's like, bro, because
why the rest of the world cares so much about our politics, and then someone responded with this is why, and it was a map of all the U.S. Bases, military bases
all
around the
over.
world, like, and it was just there's so many, and every single one of those has a secret intelligence.
Oh yeah,
And just toppling governments and doing so much stuff.
And those are just regular people.
What do
Like
you
that
mean?
are like, those are just people. They
That
just
are
have
doing
that
that?
job.
Oh yeah,
Like they're
just some guy that was recruited out of high school.
literally, bro.
No, most of the secret service are the people that went to college.
Oh, okay, Secret Service. But I'm talking about like,
Or intelligence service.
that's fair. Like CIA type jobs.
Well, CIA and secret intelligence and
Yeah. Okay. Fair. But like the crazy high up military people, like there's literally like a lot of guys that just got in it right out of high school, and never just worked their way all the way up.
and that's the thing too, is like you don't hear about it a whole lot, but it's like there's
Hear about what?
about secret service stuff obviously
Oh yeah.
and intelligence stuff, but there's I don't know what the number is, but there's a lot of them.
Well,
And then
yes.
and then
Go
it's
on.
just someone who comes back to live in society,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe this guy did a coup somewhere, and
Yeah, bro, that would be a crazy life to live.
yeah, unreal.
Because even after you're done working, you just have all these secrets, bro.
Hmm.
That's the name of your job, the Secret Service.
Yep.
Bro, holy shit. Well, and think about like when they just because of that they just passed that act that all the like the UFO footage and stuff got released.
And I forget the name of the information something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's about the information or whatever.
But bro, there's people working on that right now, all the time.
Isn't
Like,
that wild
delving
too,
into
when
the
they let that
extraterrestrial
go,
world.
But the world is falling apart so much that everyone was just like,
Yeah, it wasn't even, we were like, yeah, bro, we knew you had this.
yeah.
But like, even though that's out, that can't be everything, bro.
No.
Like, not even close.
No. With that act, they're just gonna bring out some stuff to satiate.
To yes, just to keep the people happy.
Yeah. Just to keep
Oh,
the
okay.
people
They
happy.
released, and some of the videos are pretty crazy, bro. There was just a new video the other day that was posted.
Oh yes.
This pilot, not from the government, but a pilot posted it, and it was like a formation of, but it was way too high up for like drones or anything. But they were like all alight, and they were flying in a formation, and they like started changing, and then they were just gone. But I bet we can find it, bro. I was like, huh. Yeah.
It's that I think when I think
Do you think there's life? Well, okay. What were you gonna say?
yes, I do believe that there is life. 100%. There's no.
It's not
possible
logical
way.
for there to not be.
Yeah, there's not. It's not logical
Well,
for there.
not, like it just, and I don't know what it. I think it's just because, bro, space is so big.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of hard to fathom. Like, how. If you think about how big a country is,
Mm-hmm.
and how, like, in perspective, a whole country compared to one person is enormous.
Yeah.
Then the world. Then the fucking Milky Way and the galaxy. Like, the whole universe, bro.
Yeah.
We're like this big. It is crazy.
We're not even this big.
No, bro. We're like
We're like a freaking electron. Probably not even
And it's
in comparison to the universe.
because what's there? Like, we literally are never gonna know, ever.
We're not. You and I are not.
Who is gonna figure that out, bro? Deep space?
Somewhere long, long far the line, maybe.
I don't know, bro. Like, they're gonna get deeper and deeper, but it's like infinite because you're never gonna stop learning stuff about space.
Mm-mm. Well, the thing is, like, say the universe is expanding at a rate where you could catch up one day, but then you'd spend the rest of your life with the next day expansion. Like, that's, and then the thing is, like, it's so it's a sphere.
What is
The universe?
okay?
Just it has to be.
Okay.
So you say, Earth, Milky Way, then galaxy, but then it's not even a circle; it's a sphere. So you could go all the way in one direction, but then you just go like this, and that's a whole different experience. Like this, it's an infinite amount of directions.
Yeah.
That it's just.
But
different.
we also don't know if it's a sphere. That's just a.
What other shape would it be?
Why does it? How could it be a shape? It doesn't have to be a shape. You think it just ends somewhere?
Well,
because if it's a sphere, that means that there's something outside of it.
Well, because I don't remember why we know, but we know that the universe is expanding.
Okay.
So how would you expand in any other shape?
Okay. What do you mean we know it's how do we know it's expanding?
I just said I don't know.
Oh,
why,
okay.
But I do know for a fact that we know that the universe is expanding.
I'm gonna look into that because there's no possible way for us to know.
Yes.
How? Because just because we keep learning more about it does not mean that it's getting.
Is the universe expanding? The expansion of the universe is the increase in distance between two any given gravitational unbound parts of the observable universe with time. Our universe today is expanding at somewhere around 70 kilometers, which means that for every megaparsec, about 3.26 million light years of distance, an object is separated from another object. This considers. Well, actually, because there's no barrier. So we have to know that it's expanding because light doesn't just stop without a barrier. So unless there's a barrier somewhere out there that's holding our universe in a box.
Exactly. There's no barrier. So how can it be in a shape? Because if it was in a sphere, there would be a barrier. It only goes so far.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying.
If you're saying it's
so,
in a
I'm
shape,
not saying it's like a sphere. It has to be a spherical shape though. Because
how though?
Well,
around what? Where does it? What is?
Well, because it depends on what theory you start with. But like Big Bang,
okay,
it would be spherical from wherever that explosion was out.
Okay,
But no matter where all this started, that's the thing is that we don't know. But it like stars, they emit light all around. So whatever that light is going in a spherical shape outwards.
Okay.
So it's got to be spherical shape.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
So what would it be then?
Yeah, I see. Okay, this is what I'll say. If it was a shape, spherical makes.
Yeah, because it's just expanding from, and it's expanding in every which direction, and no other shape has every which direction.
A circle?
A circle's 2-dimensional.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was about to say, well, what's the 3D? Sphere. But then, okay.
Well, then if you
Okay, so
observe
it's
like
like-
the
it's
shape
like
of
this.
planets and anything like that too,
It's
you
like-
know that everything orbits around circles and spheres.
So the star on the tree, would you say that is spherical?
Circular.
Like ignoring the circle, like just the actual like. I feel like that's more similar to what it's like, because if it's spherical, then there's a confine to it. But if it's just like a splat of paint, it's going in every which direction. It's expanding in every which direction, but it's not like growing like this.
So you've seen like a shock wave after like an explosion,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's the best comparison I can give you to how the universe is growing.
Yeah.
It's a big ass dome because there's a barrier that it hit, and it's expanding like that. So imagine that, and there's no barrier in any direction.
So if there's no barrier, there can't be a shape. There literally cannot be.
How?
If you think about if you drew conceptually what you were thinking in your head
Think about it.
on a piece of paper, what would it look like?
Whatever the shape is.
So to get a shape, you have to make a barrier, a confine. So it'd be like if there was a splat of paint.
Okay.
That's what it's like, because it's just going. There's nothing that's keeping it into a specific form. A shape is a form.
Okay, I see. I'm not saying that it's like a perfect sphere.
And I mean, but you're saying it's rounded and shaped.
It has to be. It has to be a round shape in the way that it grows. Well, it's like if you, because planets, stars, everything is spherical and everything like it's emitting every which way. Like balloon isn't a very good example. But like I guess like a bubble.
Okay.
A bubble can expand, but there's no barrier. Air is
Wrong.
not the barrier.
No. A bubble, what's in the bubble would be the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't expand outside of that form of the bubble.
Okay, but there is a barrier. So think of...
You said there was no barrier.
Okay. There's not a barrier that is outside of existence. The barrier is like a bubble. So a bubble can grow and it goes, with how much air is in it. Think of the soap of a bubble as light. How the edge of the light going whatever direction it's going. That edge of that light is the quote unquote barrier.
But then...
And light, wherever it's emitting from, goes in every which way.
So you're saying it goes beyond. Is that what you're saying? The light? For like the bubble?
No, I'm saying that the light keeps going, and the bubble is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There's nothing past that light. But wherever that light goes into the void, that's the growing universe.
Yes. Okay. So the void. You're saying the void is outside of the universe.
Yes.
So then there's a barrier.
No.
If there's something beyond.
But it's not that there's something.
If it's the
beyond.
universe, it's the universe, bro.
Yeah, but I call it the void to give it something. I mean, there's nothing there. It doesn't exist. But as far as the light, it keeps expanding.
Because you said earlier that light.
Is.
Sorry. You said earlier that light can't stop. Like it doesn't just hit something and stop.
No, it does stop. If you hit a wall. I'm saying there is no barrier, so that's why it keeps going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if there's no barrier, then it can't be a shape. I don't know. I think.
I don't think this is necessarily a conspiracy, and I'm sure if we did a little bit of simple Googling, we would find it. What is the shape of the universe? the shape of the universe in physical cosmology is the local and global geometry of the universe. The local features of the geometry of the universe are primarily described by its curvature, whereas the topology of the universe describes general global properties of its shape as a continuous object. Okay, so there's 3 theories. So according to the majority of what I'm seeing here, there are 3 possible shapes. And I think the one I'm giving you is going to be the one that you're going to think is most probable, because it's either a sphere, flat, or that. So I say sphere.
I say D, none of the above. There's not a shape. These
Okay.
aren't, that's not a shape.
Yes, it is.
Form.
Okay, so think of the sphere as a form also. I don't know.
I don't know. I can't imagine that it's like that.
So
Because then
what's the form of the universe then? It
I don't.
has to have a form.
It doesn't. There's literally no, because if it's like this, if it's like that, then it's essentially all wrapped up nice and neat in a bow. Because it's just whoop, here's the universe. It's huge and it's giant, but this is it.
But it's growing.
Okay, but then you said like the bubble is getting bigger. Then the ball or the sphere is getting bigger.
Yeah, but that bubble is the edge of where light is going.
So if there's an edge, if there's an end to the whole universe, it's wrapped up and tied up in a bow. Like it's like a thing.
It is a thing.
So there's an end, you think, to the universe.
We know that there's an end. There's no way to reach it.
So how do we know? How could we possibly know that there's an end to the universe?
Because we know the speed at which it's expanding. So if we were able to somehow get to that speed, or actually you'd have to go faster, you would reach a point where you're going beyond where light has gone.
Huh.
Which is probably an impossibility. But we know that that's there. Yeah, that we know that that's happening.
Okay. Well then I'll say this. If there is an end to the universe, it makes sense for it to be spherical.
Okay.
But I think it's just a.
But that has to have a form. Because even if you did a splatter of paint, that form is still a shape.
For paint.
That was your example, so
yes.
You can't give me that.
But I'm saying like that is not an actual shape. Okay. It's actually more similar to if the paint just covered the whole page. There's no shape, it's just there. And it just keeps going. It's just there.
Okay, yeah. But that paint is light. And what emits light goes in every single direction.
Exactly. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Like,
I think
how do you expect a star to only go like?
I think we're just approaching it different.
Probably.
Because I'm thinking of it as there's no end, and you're thinking of it as there is an end.
Well, because there is an end.
Okay, well, I don't necessarily believe that. So,
well, fine.
What are you doing? Why?
Well, because we're talking about conspiracy theories.
Oh yes, gone squatching, Oregon. I don't wear hats backwards very often. This is I only wear this hat backwards because it looks goofy forward. But for this segment, thank you. And now a word from another one of our sponsors, Old Nessie's Diner. Do you love a late night snack, a meal after a night out, or maybe even some cryptic gruel that is in a state between living and death? Then come on down to Old Nessie's Diner. Come grab a black hole milkshake with the thing. Bigfoot really enjoys a greasy burger with Australian blood. George Bush loves our pancake towers and steaming hot jet fuel, which doesn't melt steel beams. Oops, I meant Canadian maple syrup. Our interdimensional cuisines will surely satiate your secretive appetite. Come join us. We're located on the corner of Illuminati Lane and UFO Avenue. Old Nessie's Diner. Food so good you'd secretly control the world government for it.
Cryptid stuff is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever read like creepypastas?
Yeah, bro.
Like I know creepypastas are fictional, but reading those types of stories are, because especially when it's monster stuff, or even like alien stuff. Even though I do think alien life is real, that just doesn't pop into mind as much.
Right.
But when it gets into like ghosts
and like demons,
and spirits
bro.
and demons, Ty and I are both Catholics, so that's why that one hits closer to home,
bro.
But that stuff is,
because it keeps happening over and over to a bunch of different people. There's literally no way that there's nothing like that. Like it has to be real of some sort.
I personally believe so.
I do too.
A lot of every once in a while, they're like I don't know anything specific, but every once in a while there'll be an article like, oh, doctors or scientists believe that there's now something that they could define as a soul, or like scientifically.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
And
is it?
Well, they don't know. They don't know. Like, no
oh,
one
I
knows.
thought you were saying that they said they could scientifically.
No, but they believe that they have now somehow have some type of
way to,
not necessarily like a solidified way of like proving or, but there's I guess a decent theory of whatever it might be, but yeah, like there's no way, like all of human existence, and there's just no soul. There's no.
Everybody's just a bag of bones.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the other thing too. Like we're talking about the freaking universe.
Yeah,
where
bro.
does that fit into like into that that existence? Because if you start thinking about like the universe and like all that stuff, you know, no matter what your religion or what your belief system is, if you believe in some form of heaven or other place, that has to exist somewhere.
Yeah.
Or somehow, or you know, something.
Yeah. I discussed these two topics separately.
What? Wait, what?
I said I discussed these topics separately, not in the same. I don't know, like universe and spirit.
And you never.
Huh? Well, because then you could say that you have contradicting beliefs.
Well, sure, but so does everyone. As humans, we're all hypocritical, and we have things that don't necessarily make sense. That's what the nuance of being human is.
Sure.
And see, that's oh man, it's just so weird to me.
There's this movie with Jason Segel, and his father was like famous because he proved the existence of an afterlife.
Fictionally.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But then he caught all this backlash because people just started killing themselves.
Because they knew that
they just wanted to get to the afterlife. And they knew that there was, like, it was proven that there was one. That's a
cool
premise.
Concept.
Yeah, like it was I don't remember all that much about it. But the end is crazy, and it's like it's worth watching.
No, that sounds like a really cool concept.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch that. Spiritual stuff is just so interesting to me. And personally for me, I know I say this very naively because I haven't had an experience, but I'd like to experience something. A little spook.
Bro, but I feel like I would, because I've had some encounters where like I think it was like there was something going on,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think I would ever want to be like haunted by something or like typical scary movie, like you move into a house and there's like a spirit that
See, and that's
that wants you out.
well, not only that, but it's part of it's like you start thinking of like, because there's kind of these contradicting beliefs where it's like, oh, just because you don't know, like there's good spirits and bad spirits.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, why would there be a good spirit if good people go to heaven, or or why even is there spirits if,
Because the work's not done.
but what does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Well, maybe.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that die without, with plans that they still had or whatever. A lot of people die unexpectedly.
Mhm.
So it's not like every
Most
single one
people
of the,
die unexpectedly.
so it's not like, I don't think that's true.
I think so.
Unexpectedly?
I think I've probably, bro.
No, I feel like most people die from disease. And I don't think
Yeah,
most
but
of
not
that's
like-
unexpected.
But not like they're on like terminal health, like in hospice.
But like getting the disease was unexpected. But like the actual death after having gotten the disease.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah, that's fair. I know what you're saying. Yeah. But
'Cause-
a lot
well-
of people die unexpectedly.
Well, yes. Yeah, well, yeah, still. So I can't imagine that, with the belief of a heaven, that all of those people don't go to heaven or hell because they had something.
So then what are spirit? Yeah. So what are spirits doing here? What is their purpose?
And like that too is like, where do you how unless you could say that spirits, they're doing their purgatory or something, because you have this other belief too where you go, as soon as you die you get judged and go to one place or the other, and I just don't know enough of what I guess our religion says of how that works.
It's like, I feel like essentially it's somewhere along the lines of if you just accept. Well, see, I don't know.
See, and I don't. Well, the thing too with like this type of stuff, is like you start getting into like folklore, where so many people believe that they saw the same whatever spirit was.
Mhm.
Like in Mexico, every family has at least one person that honestly believes that they heard the Llorona or saw her or something in their lives.
Probably, bro.
But how is that possible? The whole country, and just that one country,
Haunted, buddy, bro. Just so scary.
or I don't know.
Did you watch that movie?
The
They
one
came out
made
with-
by the Annabelle people, the Conjuring people.
Was it then?
Yeah,
I like those movies.
I didn't watch them.
Oh.
I didn't
Any of
watch
them?
it.
You haven't seen
I've seen Conjuring 1 and 2, but I have not seen
La
like,
Llorona?
La Llorona or Annabelle or The Nun.
I want to watch La Llorona because that shit used to scare me, bro. Bad.
Yeah, and it's like that where logically speaking, you gotta be like, these people are either seeing some other type of specter or they're convincing themselves of something. Of
Yeah.
that being what's
Yeah.
happening. Because I mean,
Yeah, no, I know what
it's
you
just
mean.
improbable.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's so cool to me. Human nature's wild.
It really is, bro. Humans are crazy. And it really is ridiculous.
Do you have anything else you have another conspiracy theory you like? Will be a last one.
Another, there's just so many. Like, oh man. No, I don't know.
Yes, you do. Just pick one.
I really,
Just pull one. You can do it. Just pull one.
I don't know much about the Illuminati.
I don't know anything about the Illuminati, but do you think that there's a possibility of a secret world government?
So is that what the Illuminati is? Like a secret world government, underworld
Yeah,
government?
they control everything secretly.
Like what?
That's well, everything, all governments, media, what's happening. That's
Like they're like people?
I think so. I don't think I've seen anything else that's not like believe that they're not people.
I think that's entirely possible.
That they're not people.
No, that's something.
I personally, I don't know. I really don't think so. Because I feel like if that was happening, there would be a little bit more world order.
Yes, I agree. I don't know if I think that there's anything controlling thing like that. Illuminati. I thought of a good conspiracy theory that I like.
Okay, go ahead.
And I talked to Jade about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we are in a simulation.
No.
The conspiracy theory is a possible thing. I have no clue.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
And not a simulation where like it controls what we do, but like we're running our course.
Think so?
I don't know. No. But I think it's fun. Like I think the idea of it is like
I definitely make jokes because like all the simulations breaking.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. That one doesn't really click for me, just because
You don't believe it at all.
it doesn't. Yeah, I really don't.
But bro, like,
So when you say simulation, like we're just in a computer somewhere.
no.
So what do you mean then?
I think if it was okay. Have you ever seen the movie Juniper's Rising?
No.
Maybe that's Jupiter. Maybe it's Jupiter.
Jupiter Rising?
I think that's it.
Is that the one with Mila Kunis?
Yes.
That's not a simulation.
No, but just wait.
Okay.
You've seen that movie?
I know, but I know the concept.
Certainly not.
There's no simulation. It's
They-
two planets with. It's the lady that there's a twin.
No.
You might be thinking
So-
of different movies then.
So in this movie, it's with Mila Kunis and Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
The premise of the movie is that they have this, like, there's this species or race of like people that have this goo, I don't know, but it's like this, that they make,
Uh-huh.
and it keeps them young.
Okay.
So it's like they can live, but the only way to make it, they harvest humans. So they have planets and they own these planets, and it's like a governing system. But like they put all these people on it, and they let their society grow, or like they let and then eventually they harvest them and kill everybody to keep making this stuff, and it's like a farm.
Did you watch Eternals?
No, bro.
Because there's a similar idea to that too.
We could be like, they could be just like
So that's
watching
not
us in
a-
like a little bubble.
So that's not a simulation.
No, not like that's not a simulation. But it's the similar thing where like our life is just like we're just running the course.
Okay, I see. But when you say simulation, what is your
Anything. It's not. I mean, or it could be something where it's like you know in Star Wars where they have
someone
the
just
table.
playing Sims?
Yeah. We're in a video game. Fuck, who knows? Or there's like the table and it's like big like
Oh,
in
yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah,
or like
yeah.
I think Hunger Games.
You know, I get what you're saying.
It's like a bubble and a dome.
Mhm.
We're just down there living our lives, and everything we do, everything.
Yeah, no, this one doesn't click for me.
I don't necessarily think that it's true.
No, I know. It
I
just
just
doesn't
think
click
it's
for me
crazy.
as like for me it's such an impossibility that it doesn't excite
Yeah, well, when they decide to pull people from the simulation and live in the real world,
me.
and you're just fucking stuck here, and they kill you, I'll say, yeah, he never believed, man. He never did.
You think believing is the key?
Believing is achieving. We talked about that.
Yeah, believing could also make you do dumb stuff.
Not dumb. Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting better.
Yeah,
This is significantly better.
We're getting there.
Well, we forgot to mention the ad breaks, but they'll be in there.
Yep.
And someone in the comments, not that there'll be very many, but come up with a name for you guys. We are the Bluff Boys. You guys need a fan name.
Yeah. The Bluff Babies.
Bluff Baby. I don't like that.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I would hate if that caught on because then it'd be like, fuck.
But yeah, come up with a name for yourselves because we're not creative enough to give you one. But anyways, most of these videos are so pre-recorded,
Yeah.
but we'll pretend to see you next week.
Yeah. And we will.
Hmm.
Thanks, Pat.